Okay, hello and welcome back to some My Team career mode. Today you join me for the Canadian Grand Prix. We've had some issues here in the past. Hopefully we won't have those issues again, reliability wise and stuff. High chance of rain, as it is in Canada. In fact, there might even be a chance that it starts wet and goes dry, or the opposite way around. Let's get into qualifying, which is, of course, it just has to be wet, doesn't it? Full wet conditions. It wouldn't be a Canadian Grand Prix without some form of rain. And it looks like it's not even going to be intermediates, it's going to be full wet conditions towards the start. However, we've managed to get out onto inters for our flying lap. We decided not to go out on full wets, and we are going through the Wall of Champions now then. And from what we can see, it's a pretty quick lap. That is across the line in pole position, I believe.
Fantastic. You've got pole.
Let's go.
Bonjour. It's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history and could be the cause of a safety car today. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn one. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Reed lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lando Norris, and Russell, Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Ocon, and Jack Aitken, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Lewis Hamilton and Matsushita, Latifi, Gasly, Charles Leclerc and Kimi Raikkonen, Tigtum, Joe, Sainz and Nikita Mazepin. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright, in the car then. They want us to start on mediums, but we're starting from pole. Ain't gonna happen. And as you can see here, rain is expected. So, I think if we go for a soft set of tyres and we just try and pull the stint out as long as possible, possibly then go on to the inters, hopefully we can, hopefully the rain comes at just about our pit window, so we can pull up in the pits for a fresh set of inters. But anyways, to 5 red lights. We are underway for the Canadian Grand Prix as we go across the line to start the first lap. Bottas in second, Verstappen behind. Going into turn 1, we've managed to clear off our inside. Haven't had a situation like we had before with George Russell where he just slams into us. Coming down to the turn 3 and 4. Down the section where Sebastian Vettel lost the Canadian Grand Prix here before. Purple sector 1, obviously. It is the first lap. Verstappen managed to get up into P2 past Bottas. There will be no DRS for 2 laps as standard, so we should be able to pull away here towards turn 8 and 9. So, going towards turn 10, the hairpin towards 10, down the first long straight of the circuit. We will be ahead by what seems to be about half a second. A very solid gap between me and Verstappen. Yellow flags behind. I'm assuming that's just a little bit of contact into the hairpin there. Coming towards the Wall of Champions, Verstappen is gaining, but he's not gaining quick enough. Hit that quick right left Very tricky to nail, but I think we did a pretty good job there. Fastest lap, of course, as always. Coming through lap 2, purple sector 1, Verstappen right behind us going towards turn 8. He'll be right alongside us as we go into turn 8. Very, very near to contact as well. We've managed to keep our own here. Lap 3, Stroll in P4 with the fastest lap of the race. Verstappen 0.5 behind, nailing the Wall of Champions again. A little bit of a drift through there.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. We're leading
Verstappen very...
by 4.0
Shut up,
seconds.
Jeff. Verstappen very close behind. Bloody hell. Lap 4 again. Verstappen very close. Coming in. Shut up, Jeff. Coming into turn 10. He's going to have a look down the inside into turn 10. And he's going to make it round. He's going to make it through. We're going to deploy our ERS, sorry. He's going to have DRS. And he's just going to pull away. But we're managing to keep close enough to him. However, Canada is a balls track. So he's going to get DRS up here as well. Which is stupid. Lap 5, we have DRS on Verstappen. But it's not going to be enough to catch up and make it past lap 5 again. Perez behind us with the fastest lap. We've set 2 green sectors. We're behind Verstappen with DRS once more. Going to have a look through into the Wall of Champions to get nice and through their drift at the end. DRS again, very, very close behind. We managed to make up time through the Wall of Champions. Fastest lap into turn 1. We go down the inside into turn 2. We're going to be around the outside of Verstappen here. And we're going to make it past. He's going to fight back into turn 3 and 4 though. He goes down the inside. We managed to keep ourselves ahead. Almost having a little bit of contact. On to lap 7 into turn 1. Verstappen goes down the inside. We have a look on the outside. We're going to be now on the inside for turn 2. We're going to make it past. He has a little bit of wing damage that he hasn't tended to. We are past. Perez is also past. As the rain seems to be about to start falling. Already losing grip. Here we go. Lap 7. Rain is falling. It is here. It is now coming down. It's going to start setting on the track. We've got to keep an eye on our temperatures. When they get too low, we're going to have to pit, and when we start losing grip. On lap 9, heading towards turn 8, Perez right behind us with DRS. He's going to have a look on the outside into turn 8. We're going to brake late to get past him again, but the rain is properly coming down. I can see and feel the lack of grip here, so I think it might be about time to pit early and go for inters. Look at the amount of standing water into turn 10. That is a very dangerous amount of water there, and out of turn 10 and into 11 as well. We're going to box this lap. Lap 9, we're going to box in for inters. Whether other people will come in as well, I have a feeling they will. Getting below the limits. Yeah, Verstappen's in, Perez is in, Stroll is in, Bottas is in. Going for inters, I assume. So, can we get a good stop? Oh my god, Verstappen's on mediums. But Stroll's on mediums. Norris is on mediums. They're all going on to mediums.
Go, go, go.
What?
Racing on the exit. Go,
Look
go,
at the amount of water. They're all going on to mediums. There's spray coming up behind, and they're on mediums.
Pit strategy
I mean, look at the grip. Look at the grip. There's no grip. And they've gone on to mediums. This is a joke. Come on. If they disable DRS this lap, I will cry. Tears of joy. Lap 10. Schumacher stayed out. He's still on the soft, so he'll come in for the inters. I mean, yes! Come on! DRS is gone. We've played that so well. That's insanely well done from us. Come on, Jeff.
Has been disabled by the stewards.
Yes, I know.
DRS
Thank
will
you.
be offline.
I actually appreciate you telling me for that for once. Come on. End of lap 10. Schumacher goes in. Will the others come in as well to change their fresh sets of tyres? Oh my god. Through the Wall of Champions we go. Verstappen, Stroll, Bottas into the pits. Oh wow. I knew that it wasn't going to just be like a short spec and it was going to be a lot of rain, and I was right. Lap 11, the rain is pouring. Everyone has just fallen into the pits. It puts Aitken in P3, Schumacher P2, and we stick it in P1. I mean, look at the amount of water. They put mediums on for this stuff. That's a joke. I mean, look, if you look on the map, there's a McLaren. I'm assuming that's Norris, who had to re-pit in between two Hasses. Lap 15, safety car.
Resulted in lots of loose debris on the track. The safety car is being deployed.
There's been a
Okay,
huge
slow down,
stoppage.
slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
I mean, that's fine because it's the end of the race, which should only be a one-lap safety car, theoretically. And it is a one-lap safety car. Schumacher's going to not have much time to catch up, drifting through turn 8, adding a little bit of pizzazz to the race. Resuming overtaking, Schumacher's caught up, but Ocon in P3 is still 6 seconds behind. We will have 2 racing laps to decide. Oh no, they've just teleported or something. Huh. That's fine. It's fine. Anyways, coming through turn 2, we are ahead. Schumacher is right on us though. Hamilton very far behind, so Ocon, as long as he doesn't mess up, has basically guaranteed his spot on the podium today. You know, actually, you never know. Hamilton could pull some Brazil type shite. Lap 18, going towards turn 10 though. We are in P1, Schumacher in P2, Ocon in P3, and with the rain, the DRS will not be coming online. So unless Schumacher has a good slipstream, we should be in with a chance. However, Schumacher is right alongside us. He's going to be right alongside us, going into the Wall of Champions here. He is right on us, going through it ahead. So far, so good. Schumacher's hit the wall. There's no way. He hit the wall that's come out of the track. Schumacher has just hit the wall and cost his chance at any form of win.
Congratulations.
What? What have I just witnessed? I hope I put a mini player there. But what? I just watched Schumacher hit into a wall. Not good for the team, but amazing for me.
That's it then for another magnificent Canadian Grand Prix, and they've hung on to take a sublime victory here today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
There we have it. Us P1, Ocon P2, Hamilton P3. Mick he finished 5, so he was fine. You know, he managed to stay alive. But look at that. Everyone in the top 8 only did a 1-stop. So that them coming on lap 9 for a medium set of tyres, absolutely messed everyone up there. I mean, Mazepin got a point. Mazepin in the Haas got a point. That doesn't happen often. Having a look at the standings, then we have taken the lead of the championship. Mick Schumacher 8 points behind. That's a good thing for us. This race has been key, and if Schumacher hadn't hit into the wall, I think he would still be in the lead. We lead the constructors by 55 points on Red Bull, which is very good for the team. But whoa, what a race. Well, that about wraps things up. Thank you for joining me for this one, and I hope to see you next time for whatever Grand Prix it is. I can't remember. I think it's either France or Austria. Yeah. See you then, hopefully.